As we all know, the hustle and the bustle of the holidays can lead to undue stress and cause holiday heart syndrome. That's something I'm not too familiar with. Dr. Kevin Campbell joins us to show us the best ways to prevent it. But first of all, you were just telling me this is an old phrase.
Exactly. In 1978, it was coined holiday heart syndrome, and it describes a situation where if you overeat and overdrink, too much caffeine, too much alcohol, too much indulgent food, you can develop a rapid heart rhythm called atrial fibrillation, which is the most common heart rhythm disorder in the whole world.
And you don't want that, right?
You do not, actually. You know, when you get atrial fibrillation, it can make you feel really bad. You can have shortness of breath, chest pain. You can actually be at risk for stroke when you have atrial fibrillation. So it's really, really, you know, a common rhythm, but it's something that can be provocable in normal hearts during the holidays.
So the symptoms are pretty clear, though, if you're feeling it.
Absolutely. So you may all of a sudden feel like your heart is skipping beats irregularly. You may get lightheadedness, dizziness. You may have some shortness of breath. You could get chest pain. You may feel fatigue. But, you know, when these things happen, particularly if you have no history of heart disease, it can be very confusing. But holiday heart syndrome is very, very, very common.
It's a real thing.
It is a real thing.
So how do we not have it? How do we prevent it?
You know, a couple of things. Remember how we talked about at Thanksgiving where you eat in moderation.
Right.
Taste a little bit of everything, but don't overeat. Make sure you keep an eye on how much alcohol you drink. That is one of the most common reasons for holiday heart syndrome is overindulging at a Christmas party. Avoid caffeine when possible and exercise. I also talk about taking 5 to 10 minutes and just breathe. Take a deep breath, focus on your breathing and relax. And that makes a big difference, especially with all this stress of the holidays.
Sure.
Between family and all the gifts and being busy around the holidays, there's a lot that it does to our bodies.
All right, well, if you feel like you're getting it, go outside and take a nice walk by yourself, right?
Exactly.
Just get some space, or go to the bathroom and close the door. Turn on the fan and just separate yourself for a little bit. All right, good advice there, Doc. Thanks so much.